Hello everyone, welcome to another DSP video. I did do a video on the Toby Turner video he did, so I might upload that. I don't know yet, still thinking about it. Because it's just kind of, you should know how you feel about that video on its own. I don't think I need to do a video about like, because I don't think anything that I would have said would have been anything new. Because honestly, it was just 24 minutes of him telling us how he doesn't care and his own personal issues with Toby Turner. He didn't really talk about the alleged rape and all that. So, and then he tried to compare himself to Toby Turner. I don't know why you would want to compare yourself to a alleged rapist, but that's Phil for you. I mean, he compared himself to O.J. Simpson and all that. So there you go. And the other reason why I kind of didn't want to upload it was because I got it's really one of the worst videos I've seen. Like, I got kind of angry during it. I mean, I wasn't like Tevin who rage quit the video. I did see the whole thing from start to finish, but it was just kind of ridiculous. But let's go on with the weekend preview. And I do have my coffee, so the video is complete.
I think I jumped the gun on that Patreon crawl a little early.
Yeah.
What is up, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the weekend preview. Today is Sunday, April 17th, 2016. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you've been enjoying all the stuff going on in April so far. I'm going to be honest with everyone, all right? April, for me, has kind of been a mixed bag. I think that the challenge and the grueling combat, but also the rewarding structure, the variety of stuff in Dark Souls 3 has been a real high for me this month. Okay, I've really enjoyed Dark Souls 3 overall. Persona 3 has been quite good. I've really been enjoying playing Persona 3, even though it's been more of a niche playthrough. On the flip side of that, you've got games like Quantum Break. It was really kind of disappointing, except for the story itself. Ratchet and Clank, I'll be honest with you, I am not blown away by this game. Reason being, it really is almost identical to the original. When you say a game is a remake, I expect a game to actually be a remake. Like, it's not really a remake. Take a look at the original Resident Evil game. Compare that with Resident Evil Remake that came out recently, okay? Compare the original Ratchet and Clank to this remake of Ratchet and Clank. They're almost identical. There's a few things they tweaked, a few boss fights, the story is changed, but for the...
Then what does he mean by this? I mean, like, look, with the Resident Evil remake, it was a great remake because it changed stuff, sure, but it still kept the core focus of Resident Evil 1, like, for instance, you're in a mansion. So, I mean, like, they kept that, then they just added stuff that, they might have, it's a remake, they kind of they did the stuff that they wanted to do in Resident Evil 1. With Ratchet and Clank, I haven't played it. I kind of don't have an interest in Ratchet and Clank, but from what I understand of it, is that it's it's a reboot basically. So it's kind of like starting from the origins of the games, like starting at the beginning, and then working its way up from there. So they did change some stuff, and there's a lot of differences. But like I don't know what he's expecting, but whatever.
For the most part, it's the same planets, it's the same maps, it's the same gameplay, so I'm basically replaying the same game.
So then wouldn't he complain that then I guess Resident Evil 1 remake is just tame as well because you're in the same mansion. It's the same mansion.
Game that I played 4 years ago, and that's a little disappointing. I thought that there would be way more of things redone and rebooted in that regard.
What does he mean? What does he mean? Like, that's the thing, he doesn't give any examples as to what could be better or what could be changed. He just says like, well, it could be better. Okay, and like he doesn't explain any of that, so I don't know what he's looking for in this because he just said it has different tweaks in gameplay, different story, this and that. All it sounds the same as the planets. Is that really like you're gonna complain about? Oh man, I'm on the same planet. Like then did you play Resident Evil 1 remake and be like, I'm in the same mansion. Oh, this is bullshit. I'm bored. So he's really complaining about views. And I don't know why he's trying to rationalize that. Then, like, he could just say like, I don't know. He could just, because I don't even think he wanted to play Ratchet and Clank. I think he only is playing it because he thought it would get views, and it's not. And now he's bitching. That's really all I'm hearing. Everyone hears.
Art. So this month has kind of been a 50-50 mix for me. There was some really good and some bad. And I understand that a lot of people who maybe aren't into Dark Souls may be a little disappointed about this month so far because there hasn't been that much else going on, right? That was worth really even talking about of no. This week, hopefully, some of the variety will be able to change that for you, okay? And the end of this month is going to have a ton of variety. The last week of April is going to be like crazy nonstop variety. We'll talk a little bit about that in this weekend preview so you know exactly what to expect, okay? But FYI, this week we'll have finally some variety. We're breaking it up a little bit. It's not just Dark Souls and something else. So if you've been waiting, fervently, man, I want to see something besides Dark Souls, you're going to finally get to see it this week. But that doesn't mean if you've been enjoying the Dark Souls 3 playthrough, that doesn't mean that that's going away. It's also going to continue this week, and there's a chance I may actually finish Dark Souls 3 by the end of this week if things go according to how they look right now, alright? So, allow me to explain all this so you know exactly what's going on. Yeah, today, Sunday, I played the third of 3 straight days where I played Dark Souls 3 on stream. Lots of progress, but at the same time, lots of challenge. There was one boss that literally took me 2 hours to beat. And I stuck in there, I persevered, I did beat it. I'm progressing nicely with the game. From what I'm to understand, there is one totally optional area that I'm now entering that I'm going to be doing on my next stream. And then there's the end game. And apparently there's some really tough shit coming up. So depending on how I get through a couple boss fights and things going on in the next few sessions, I could beat Dark Souls 3 within a couple sessions, or it could take me 5 more sessions. There's no way to really tell, because I don't know how I'm going to handle everything. Sometimes it's funny. There were bosses in this game, as usual, this happens with all the From Software games. People were highly anticipating I would be fighting certain bosses. And when I got to them, I breezed right the fuck through them like nothing. And people were like... But on the flip side, there were some bosses people claim they don't think are hard, and that was one of the bosses I took 2 hours to beat.
He uses slowing his ego. I watched one of his streams, and I'm not big on From Software games. I bought Bloodborne, and I kind of regret buying it because I don't like games that are just hard for the sake of being hard. And I definitely get why people like Bloodborne and Dark Souls. I'm not saying that I don't get how you guys like these games, but I get it. I mean, I did like the tone and the atmosphere in Bloodborne, but man, I saw one of his streams. I was getting pissed off at it because he kept running back. There was this big like dragon thing, bird thing, whatever, that was like waiting at the stairs, and he would go down. Then he wouldn't fight it. He refused to fight it, and then he tried to find a way around it and then not attack it. And I was like, how is he enjoying this game? Like, I played Bloodborne, and my friend told me like this tactic that you can just try to lure one enemy out and then just fight that one enemy. Because otherwise, if you're trying to fight a swarm of enemies in Bloodborne, they're gonna like fuck your shit up. So, he said, okay, we'll take one guy out, and then once he's out, then attack him, and just keep fishing these people out, until it gets weak. And I think that's a fine way to play. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to do that. Because, obviously it's hard. But the way that he was doing it was complete nonsense. Like, it was just kind of run back, hit, run back, hit, run back, hit. Like, at least, for me, I had the enemy come out to me, and it was just me fighting naturally. Not like, okay, I'm gonna hit you, run back, hit him, run back. Like, at least it wasn't like that, and that's kind of shitty. And it was just so boring. I don't understand how anyone would watch Dark Souls 3 playthroughs. I don't get it. The only reason why he got a huge surplus of views in March is because it leaked early for him. But even his Dark Souls coverage has been kind of wavering. And then that rage quit stream that he did was ridiculous. I mean, I can't understand how. No.
So I don't know. When I play these games, it's a lot different than when other people play them. Okay. So
Yeah, because
today
no
was the
one, like,
final session
teases
of the
games
3-day
like you do.
marathon, and I uploaded all those videos to DSP Gaming. They're in the playlist. All right. Tonight, obviously, I'm doing the weekend preview.
Surprised it's not talking about,
I'm not going to be doing
rage
anything
quit
else
like
tonight
this.
because I've got some other stuff to take care of, personal stuff here around the house that I want to take care of. And I'll be quite honest with you. After today's session, I am so shot now after playing Dark Souls 3 for 3 straight days.
Guys.
I need a little bit of extra time to just relax. I knew. See, when I played Dark Souls 3 for the past almost month now, I was literally doing it on purpose. I was breaking the streams up so they weren't next to each other so I wouldn't get burnt out. After 3 straight days of Dark Souls 3, I need the break.
Yeah, sure,
so I'm happy to finally be getting it for the next couple of days. All right?
Sure.
Monday, tomorrow,
That's
April
why.
18th. You can expect to see on live stream my return to Street Fighter V. Now, I haven't played this game in 3 weeks. I'm sure there's people who, again, have been playing non-stop hard fucking core, right? They just never stop playing the damn game. They're probably way better than me, but what I'm hoping is that I can at least get a little bit of gameplay in with Zangief, with Rashid, the 2 characters that I was doing the best with and enjoying. And maybe I'll try out Alex again. I'm not 100% if I will or not.
He's a Street Fighter fan, and he hasn't played it for 3 weeks. And I liked how he claimed back when the Street Fighter 5 was coming out that everyone came to see me for the Street Fighter 4 coverage. Like, then why not just kind of do weekly Street Fighter 5 matches? And why not do some fan matches, like Fan Match Friday or something? See, I even gave him an idea for that. I don't understand why he just won't be playing. He doesn't play Street Fighter 5 nearly as much. And then he complains, "Well, I don't know what to do." It's like, are you a Street Fighter fan or not? Like, he has changed so much over these years that he doesn't even act like a fan to anything anymore. He just kind of feels, well, actually, he's a fan of money, and there you go. That's.
I have to remember how to play with them, basically. But I'm
Everything's
going to be
not that
rusty,
hard,
but
come
I'm kind of
on.
craving fighting games. I haven't played fighting games now in 3 weeks, and I'm craving them. So tomorrow, the
Armika's way
gameplay stream
harder.
will be Street Fighter V. Incidentally, it's going to be almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit here in Washington State tomorrow, so I'll be sweating my balls off while I play. Oh boy, I'm excited.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
who cares
night,
about that?
I'll be finishing up Ratchet and Clank. From what I'm to
Yeah,
understand, there's only like 1 or 2 more planets left in the whole game. I've collected like 22 or 23 out of the 29 bolts, which are the hidden items in the game, but I missed a few. I missed like 2 or 3 already, so I think there's only like 1 or 2 more worlds left. I should be able, in around a 2-hour session offline, to be able to wrap up that playthrough, and so that will be completing Monday night. Okay? Tuesday, something fresh and different. Thank goodness. Tuesday.
Thank goodness.
It's time for Black Ops 3. Yeah, it's been a while, right? The last time that we did a Black Ops 3 expansion map, I believe, was sometime back in early February. Was actually the last one. So over 2 months we've been waiting. It's the next cooperative zombie map, okay, and new multiplayer maps. I love doing the zombies. I absolutely fucking love it. I think it's fun as hell to play with a few people who you know. Try to discover different secrets and things about the map and try to unlock everything there, okay? I can't 100% at this point guarantee I'm going to get the whole team together. Now, if you've been paying attention, you know that Coruchado, the Arid Lord, and P-Dog joined me back in February to do that zombie map, and we had a lot of fun. We got almost through the entire Easter egg. We did tons of stuff having fun with that game, okay?
Ton of fun.
Unfortunately, I've not 100% confirmed that everyone's available yet. It's looking like at the least we'll have 3. So at the least there'll be a 3-person co-op. If we could get the whole thing together and have a 4-person co-op, that would be great, but it may only be 3. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that. We'll see. I actually am waiting right now for a response from Coruchado on if he can make it and what's going on with that. So I should have an answer, hopefully, within the next day, and I'll be able to nail it. And yes, we're doing 4-player, or it's only going to be 3-player co-op, but there will be co-op on stream on Tuesday. Now, Tuesday night, I will be doing the multiplayer, but I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to just basically play each new multiplayer map once or twice and do some footage of it. All right, that's how I did the last expansion. That's how I want to do this one, okay? Wednesday, Dark Souls 3 will return. It will be the gameplay stream for the day, and I'm going to start off in the optional dungeon. I'm trying not to spoil and tell you what the name of it is, but there's a whole optional dungeon area in the game that's a super secret. You need to know how to do it, and I figured out how to do it. Well, I'll be honest, people told me how to do it, because I told everyone I want to do every part of this game before I beat it.
Wow, really? Come on.
So I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday. I don't know how long it
A
is. I don't
blind
know how
playthrough
difficult
that's
it
not
is. I've heard
blind.
rumors that there's a boss there that's insanely difficult. I guess we'll have to see. But I'm looking forward to it, okay? That'll be Wednesday's gameplay stream. Wednesday night, what I'm going to do is, just like I did with the last Black Ops 3 expansion, I'm going to take the footage that I used on Tuesday, and I'm going to make an edited video that's going to basically be my impressions on this second major expansion.
Why do an impression video on that? Like, he should have done an impression video on Ratchet and Clank. He should have done an impression video on Zelda. He should have done... There's so many impression videos he could have done, and he's wasting them on these shitty DLCs. That's part of the reason why I got really salty at the Toby Turner video he did, because he should have just done the freaking Ratchet and Clank first impression. There's literally no videos going to KOGaming other than reviews when he feels like it. He doesn't do any reviews on every game. He only does it on a few games. So, like, really, if there's a string of games he doesn't want to do a review for, there's going to be no videos for KOGaming for until there's a game he wants to review. What kind of reviewer does that? It's like going to GameSpot, IGN. I mean, even though IGN's a fucking joke, but, you know, at least they review games. I mean, they might review them fucking retarded, but, you know, whatever. But at least they review them. At least they, you know, they put a review out there. DSP, well, I played Twilight Princess. I'm not gonna review it. No. I'm gonna play Ratchet and Clank. I don't even think he's gonna do a review on Ratchet and Clank. But like, why? Like the first impressions video video series that he wanted to do, I was actually genuinely interested in that. So a part of me is a little pissed that he's wasting my time with these shitty impression videos. Like so far, the only one I watched that I actually enjoyed was the Resident Evil 0 impressions, even though that's kind of a whatever impression, but at least it was something. Dark Souls 3 was pretty good. Undertale was just him bitching about Earthbound. Like, why are we getting these nonsense first impressions? You should just do first impressions on every new video game. Every single new video game. Not some, or not DLCs, just every single game that he plays. Because a first impression video doesn't have to take that long. You could just sit there and take the footage that you streamed for that day one and be like, oh, this is what I like. Because that's what a first impression is. Not, okay, well, I need to get really into it, or whatever. I mean, that's fucking nonsense. I don't know, I really hate it, because I think what would make the first impressions video series interesting is if it was talking about games that he never either played before, or, like, you know, played for the first time. Like, you know, that's why he should have done Twilight Princess, because he never played that game. How interesting would everyone be to hear his first impressions on Twilight Princess? But he doesn't fucking do it, because it's, well, I don't want it, because it's a game that's already been out. Everyone knows about Twilight Princess. Yeah, but it's like, people watch the first impressions to see your impression of it, not, well, I know Twilight Princess, so I don't need to see his first impression. Jesus Christ, his first impression shit is pissing me off, because what's going to be the next first impression video? Just look at the gap between all of them. It's ridiculous. When is it going to be the next one? It gets me so salty. God damn it, DSP.
For Black Ops 3. So I'll share what I think about the zombie map, what I think about the multiplayer maps. And people really liked the video that I did last time in February, so I'm hoping people will check this one out too over on KOGaming Wednesday night. Okay?
KOGaming
Thursday. I'll say this, it's up in the air, but more than likely the gameplay on Thursday will still be Dark Souls 3. I'm thinking I'll do a gameplay stream of Dark Souls 3 on Thursday, okay? Thursday night is also up in the air. I'm not sure what I'll be doing Thursday night. I could be doing a vlog of some sort if something happened during the week and there's a reason to vlog about it. I don't know, but I like having that flexibility, so we'll see what happens during the week, and I'll decide what I want to do Thursday night when we get there, okay?
See?
Friday is kind of interesting.
Take a sip.
On Friday, which is the 22nd of April, we've got a new game release, if you can believe it. I know we haven't had a Friday release in a long time now. We had a bunch of them in March, and then they totally laid off. Star Fox Zero for the Wii U. I'm going to get it. However, something has come up here. I guess they need to check an alarm system in our condo area. Or I say condo, it's really townhouses, but it's technically a condo. I live in this private community where the house is a triplex. It means that there's 3 families all living in this one giant building. Okay?
Who cares?
And on Friday, they need to come by at 1 p.m. my time and they need me to open the garage, and they're going to check. I guess if they run a diagnostic on some fire alarm or something in the unit. I don't know anything about it. I was just told by the association earlier this week about it that I needed to be here on Friday to do it. And I was thinking, gee, it wouldn't make sense to start streaming, play for a half hour, have to stop completely. I don't know how long it's going to take these guys to do this, and then start streaming again. It would be dumb. Or have people on like a 45-minute break on a stream. It doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be streaming Star Fox Zero, but it's going to be late. It's basically going to be whenever they finish with whatever they need to do downstairs in my garage with this diagnostic or whatever. So it could be literally 5 minutes after 1 the stream goes live, or it could be an hour after 1. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. I can't promise you anything. But what I can tell you is this. Since my stream on Friday is a new game, but it's going to be late because of this, I'm going to play 2 sessions. I'm going to be doing an early session that's going to be later on than usual, but I'm going to be doing a nighttime session as well of Star Fox Zero, because I'm really interested. I have not played Star Fox since the 1990s. The last one that I played was Star Fox 64. I know apparently there was one for GameCube I never played, and I guess there was one for a handheld system I never played. But I loved Star Fox 64. It was one of my favorite games on the Nintendo 64, and I really am looking forward to this one, although I've heard about these stupid gyroscopic motion controls with the Wii U gamepad, and I'm kind of like, that's going to suck, but I'm still looking forward to the game. So I hope you'll join me for that on Friday. It'll be 2 sessions on Friday. I just can't guarantee you a start time until these guys are gone, so you can keep your ear on Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, right down here.
Oh, I think he said in a pre-stream, oh man, if only Star Fox Zero did not come out on Wii U or something. It's like, it's a Nintendo game. Of course it's going to come out on the Wii U, and honestly, like, I'm kind of mixed with Star Fox Zero, because I never really was into Star Fox, so I can't really say much about it. But man, he hyped that up so hardcore. Like, oh man, Star Fox 64 is my favorite one. Because, like, honestly, how many people said they hated Star Fox 64? I mean, there might be a few, obviously. I mean, not everyone loves everything from the N64, but I mean, it's just saying that you like Star Fox 64 is just like saying that Ocarina of Time is the best game ever. It's like, yeah, okay, like, it doesn't really mean anything at this point, and that does kind of suck. That saying that you like Star Fox 64 doesn't mean anything, but like, because like, honestly, who goes out of their way to say that, like, I like Metal Gear, but I'm not gonna be like, oh man, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the best. I mean, I might say that if you ask me, oh, which is your favorite, but like, if I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm not gonna be like, man, Metal Gear Solid 3 was my favorite Metal Gear game, and now I finally get to play Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, come on, man.
And I'll tell you when I'm ready to go, okay?
Ready to go.
This weekend will be a mix between Star Fox and Dark Souls 3. The bottom line is, I don't know when I'm going to beat Dark Souls 3. I could beat it earlier than the weekend. I could beat it during the weekend. I could beat it afterward. I don't know. When I do beat it, 100% yes, I'm going to review the game. I've got a lot to say about this game, and I think that people will definitely appreciate the things that I want to say about the game.
How does it... what?
So I will be reviewing it.
How do we know what you're going to say that we want to hear? Like, do you have your review planned out already? Like, then why not film it now? So I feel that kind of gives me this hunch that he doesn't really review games. I think he just reads what other people say and then form his review around that, and then that's what he's gonna say. But I don't know what he means by that. Like, why hype a review? Well, I think I'm gonna say stuff that people wanted to hear me say, and this and that. It's like, we don't know what you're gonna say. Okay.
But I need to beat it first, obviously, right?
Right.
So that's gonna be basically the layout for the week. Now, without going through the full schedule, allow me to explain to you all the crap going on next week. You're gonna be like, what? Just listen to this.
What?
The God of War 4 beta.
God of War 4.
The Walking Dead Michonne Episode 2, the final episode.
Michonne.
Hitman Episode 2. Pretty cool. We will look forward to that one.
Yeah.
Ask the King Returns, my Q&A show. And there's going to be a marathon stream of a Blizzard game. And right now I can tell you guys, overwhelmingly, the patrons for the month of March are voting for World of Warcraft. It seems everyone wants to see me do an MMO for the first time. And it sounds interesting to them that this would be an MMO that I played at its launch in 2004. And really haven't touched for about 10 years, and now I'm going to be coming back to it, okay? So I'm excited. if that's what it ends up being, I'm very excited. And I'm going to let you know, starting next week, I'm going to want your input on what I should do, because I'm going to need things such as, for example, do I just get the free version, or is there a way to get like the game plus the expansion, but not for super expensive?
There's a free version, and people pay $12.50, and he's talking about getting a free version. So he. Oh my God, Phil, sleazy as fuck. Like, story time. Back when Megacities first started their Patreon, they made enough money for Funny Factory, which was one of their goals, and they would do a weekly series. And I kind of felt jaded because I was like, well, we're getting Blind Box, which is a figure update basically, but this is just going over collections. And I was like, well, then what's the point? I mean, where did the money go to? But they kept saying like, look, the money doesn't go to the show specifically; it goes to the company as a whole. So, like, not the company, but them as a whole. Like, so they could go into buying better equipment for filming and all this kind of stuff, which is fine. I mean, that to me is like, okay, well, at least the money is going to bettering the channel, not like, okay, well, you get to talk about figures. That's it. That's all you paid for, and the money goes to my wallet. Like, at least. With Megacities before, they kind of, they explained that the money that goes to Patreon goes to their videos. So that to me is fine. That to me was fine. But people are paying the money for him, and where does the money go? Into his wallet, into his bank account to pay the bills, apparently, and to buy his new iPhone. Like, come on, really? Like, you can't just buy more. You can't shill the extra money into your games. Like, you can't buy the actual game, buy an expansion pack, and then that's it. No, we have to ask. Oh, like, God damn it, Phil. And look at that fucking shrug. He's just like, he wants people to say the free version. He really wants to look at his face. He wants to play the free version. He's probably gonna get the free version, to be honest.
Of a price, because I'm willing to drop some money to get at least the base component.
Oh, I'm so glad he's willing to drop some money, but fans have to drop enough to add up to $12.50. I mean, that's like nothing to his fans, right? That money is nothing. Like, Jesus Christ, Phil. Like, God damn it. Like, again, it's like, when you're a kid, and, your parents give you, like, an allowance, and you're like, oh, man, I gotta get the, and you have enough money for World of Warcraft, and you're just like, man, I wanna, buy it, but I wanna find the version that I don't have to spend a lot of money on, because, you have to wait for the next allowance that you can get for your parents, and you wanna just kinda, so he's really much talking to his fans as if they're his parents, basically. Like, God damn it, Phil. Like, you're the biggest man-child. Everything about him is a man-child. Come on.
I need to have a good stream experience.
He needs that.
Well, I don't know. I haven't played it in so long. I don't really understand it right now, okay? In addition, I'm going to be taking people's input. What class should I be? What should I be? Horde, or should I be Alliance? What should I be in that? What would be a good new build for me to just play for like 6 hours in that stream and see how far I can get with a new build and stuff like that? I need to get that input, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-install the game next week during the week, so that's on the PC, it's running, not that I'm checking shit for the first time when I go to do this marathon stream, okay? So unless there's a huge shift in the voting this week, which I don't foresee, looks like World of Warcraft's going to be our Blizzard marathon for the end of the month. A lot of people have been freaking out about it, saying, wow, that's going to be pretty awesome to see Phil do that as a first. Again, I've said this all last year, Patreon is fucking awesome. These events that I'm doing for Patreon are all firsts, right? Crazy things I've never done before. I'm going outside the box to do new stuff, and I hope that you're enjoying them. I'm looking forward to this one too, all right? So, I would recommend this. If you know a lot about World of Warcraft, perhaps people on my forums could start posting up in a thread your suggestions on a build and what server should Phil go on and what and this and that, because I'm going to need all that information in order to initially install the game, get set up, and get started on the stream, okay? Ideally, what I'm going to need to do also, which I don't know what's going to happen, I need to test to see if I play this game, okay, and I'm capturing and streaming at the same time, is it going to make it drop frame rate? because I don't know how graphically intensive World of Warcraft is at this point. If it is graphically intensive, I might have to play it at like low resolution, like no lie. I may have to play it at like 720p so that I can run it and not have choppy frame rate. I want to have 60 frames per second playing this game.
60 frames.
So we'll see, okay? Send me all this data. I hope people will post up on the forums. Let me know. World of Warcraft looks like it's coming at the end of this month, all right? Outside of that, I don't have too much else to talk about. Actually, I do have one cool thing to show you, but I'll show you in a moment.
Oh my God.
FYI, May is going to be a crazy busy month. Tons of new releases.
May. Oh, man, I can't wait for
June,
May.
in early June, all right? I'm probably going to be taking some time off. I'll have more information on that when it's available, but more than likely in early June, there's going to be some time when I'm not gaming at all, okay? Personal
Gotta talk about that. And I like this like, personal stuff. Like, if you want to take a vacation, that's fine. Just say, I'm going to take a week off. You know, I need a vacation, whatever. And that was personal stuff. But you know, I also remember him saying that his parents were coming over. But like, did he say that his parents were coming to visit sometime? Thought he said that. I think he might have said that, and that might be the personal stuff. But whatever.
Stuff going on. I'll talk more about it as we get closer to it.
But who cares? Who cares about your personal shit? Like, that's what I think is funny. That he complains when people are trying to get into, like, you know, it's gonna be June, and if he decides to take, you know, time off, people are gonna be like, "Oh man, what's his personal stuff? What's personal stuff?" And they're gonna say, "Well, you know, people don't want to know what it is, and it's none of your business." But it's like, you make it our business by bringing it up. And he's like those fucking Facebook users that post vague, cryptic statuses, like. That is just there to draw attention, and then when you ask what's wrong, they say it's none of your business. Like, that's the kind of person Phil is. And look at this. Come on, man. Really?
But I kind of scheduled it out so it made sense, and it doesn't interfere with things like E3 and stuff like that.
See, he scheduled it out. So, like, it's not something that's, like, life-threatening or, like, whatever, but it has to be his parents coming over. I really refuse to believe that it's not. But that's my little theory, that his parents are coming to visit, and he's just not wanting to tell us.
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything going on with gaming at all really in early June, or there's nothing that can't wait a week or whatever. I'll let you know more as we get closer. I don't want to kind of talk too much about it till we get close enough to the date so I can tell everyone about what's going on. All right, but that's coming, okay. FYI. And I guess last but not least, my new phone.
I don't understand why this is relevant information for anyone. Like, you know, he made a Twitter about it, which is fine, I guess. I mean, like, okay. Okay. And by the way, he got information wrong. He was talking about, like, thinking about getting the iPhone SE. And what the iPhone SE is, in case you guys don't know, because apparently we're going to be talking about iPhones. So if you are an Android purist and you don't want to be talking about iPhones, have a good day. But, the iPhone SE is basically the iPhone 6, put it in the iPhone 5's body. Like, that was the whole thing with the iPhone SE, because it was like, yeah, you know, people love the iPhone 5, and they love the look of it, and the feel of it from the original phone, so we made it, the iPhone 6 into that model. So it's the same specs as the iPhone 6S, as I have right here. They pretty much took this phone and put it into the iPhone 5's body. That's basically it. It's not really anything different other than the internal specs. So I don't know why he thinks the iPhone SE is the iPhone 5. He's going to keep confusing that. So, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my new phone. So you might not know what I'm talking about. I started talking about this on Twitter the other day.
Why?
I have an iPhone 5, just the regular iPhone 5, the old model, for almost 3 years. I actually got that phone right before I went to Screwtac Gaming Convention in 2013. I love the iPhone. It works well, it had great battery life, the touchscreen was responsive, I liked the resolution of the screen, the camera was nice, everything about it was great, and, you know, over the years I've played multiple games and things on it, like I played the Injustice app, I played WWE Immortals, I played WWE Supercard, recently I've been playing Hearthstone, so I did get a lot of use out of my cell phone, but primarily it's funny, I usually only use my cell phone for texting, for reading my emails and writing emails, for checking Twitter, and for checking, like, the business stuff is really what I use this for. Social media interaction or whatever. I rarely use it as an actual phone, which is pretty funny. Well, sadly, after...
Then he could just bought he could have bought a cheaper phone. And by the way, I've seen a lot of people saying, "Well, he paid $700 for it." No, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I have the same model as his. I mean, mine is Verizon, be it, but it doesn't really affect the phone itself's pricing. A 64 gigabyte phone isn't $700. People are using Amazon as the proof of this, but the thing with Amazon is that it goes on its own little pricing thing. Because I bought an iPhone 6s, 64 gigabyte. There's no way I spent $700 on it. There's no way. It's I think it's like roughly between $300 and $400. It's between there. I mean, it's still expensive. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna say that. See, he's cost efficient. No. I mean, when you buy an iPhone, it's a fucking Apple product. You're gonna be gauged out of every penny you have, but it's not $700. I just want to make that clear. It's not $700. That's fucking nonsense. But it's just fucking Apple. But like the thing is that if he just uses his phone for texting and all that stuff, then he could have gotten a cheaper model. And the whole thing he's gonna get into about Android stuff is that it's ridiculous. I did have an Android phone. Because I went from the iPhone 3GS, which that phone started to crap out on me. So then I decided to move to the Samsung Galaxy S3 or 3S or I think it's the S3, and that was a great phone. And he says like, oh well, there's a learning curve to the Droid. It's like there's no learning curve. It was very easy to get into it. The only thing that took a lot of time was getting the apps on it and typical shit. But it was the only thing I don't like about the Samsung is that unfortunately I am a Mac person. So you can imagine how hard it was getting my music from iTunes to the Samsung. I mean, I know there's like keys. Keys is a piece of shit. I hated keys. Every time I used it, it was just fucking a chore to get through. It wouldn't recognize my phone when I plugged it in. It wouldn't put any songs I want on my phone. It just kept erroring every time. Then I used their Wi-Fi portal. I updated my JavaScripts. I updated all that shit. Still claims I can't do multiple uploads into my phone. So then I just had to keep doing one by one. So at that point I was like, okay, fuck this. So that's the one thing I do like about my iPhone is that I can actually integrate it more in my MacBook better. So that's really all it is. That's all I use that's the only thing that's great. If you have a Mac computer that you want to continually like sync your stuff together, then yeah, it's a good pick. But if you just have a PC, then it really doesn't really matter. And I could see because look, everyone always goes in this argument of which is better, Apple or Android. And to me, that's fucking stupid. To me, it's a preference thing. Like if you want a more customizable phone, you're gonna go get an Android. If you want just something simple that's just you take it out of the box and you're just here to fuck with it and you just want to put your music into it and have it communicate with your Mac, you're gonna get an iPhone. That's really all it is. And everyone's like, well, see, he had battery problems. Every phone has fucking battery problems. I don't know how to tell you this. My fucking Samsung had battery issues. I couldn't send texts. I couldn't receive texts. I couldn't do anything with my phone. Literally, there was a period of a week where I had no texts. And then I would turn off my phone, turn back on, then all of a sudden I could getting non-stop texting notifications. And then it would not send any texts. I would not receive any texts. And it just wouldn't stop. It would just keep doing that to a point where it was basically a paperweight. It was a terrible phone. I fucking hated it because it was an old phone. It got old. Like it was like what 4 years? It was like either 3 to 4 years old. And really around that time, any phone is gonna start crapping out because you're meant to buy the new models every time you upgrade your phone. You're always gonna be doing that. That's how they get you, really. I mean, I think the thing is intentionally that why these phones crap out on you is because you have these upgrade plans where you can just upgrade your phone, and that's why. I don't know. That's just a little conspiracy theory, but all phones crap out. Every phone craps out, no matter what the maker is. It's just really how much you run on it. That's the only thing that Samsung has a little above Apple's that you can have multiple memory on it, so you don't have to put apps on internal memory, which will kill the phone. Which is why on my iPhone I don't really have a lot of apps. I just have like the basic ones I use. I don't download any games on it because that takes a lot of memory and all that shit. So I don't want to fucking bother with that. Man, that was a tangent on a phone.
Almost 3 years of having the phone. I bought it in June of 2013. The battery died almost completely. I couldn't get this phone to have more than 30 minutes of a charge. After 30 minutes, it would die. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't use this phone for more than 30 minutes. I always have to have it plugged in. So what's the point? Now it's a tethered phone, right?
And the other thing that I want to say about the battery is, a lot of people loved an Android that you could replace the battery, but the thing with that is that those batteries are also, they have a shorter lifespan in total because they're going to be disconnecting and they die quicker because you can replace them easily. When they have a battery built in, they last longer because they're built into the phone. So they have a better lifespan, but the other thing is that you kind of take care of it because if you constantly go to sleep and you leave your phone charged, it's gonna kill the battery. And I'm willing to bet Phil is one of those guys who overcharges their phone all the time. Like if you overcharge the phone, your battery's gonna start not holding a charge anymore. So you kind of have to space it out, and also the other thing that not a lot of people think about, but if you're a techie, you're gonna think about this, but turn off your phone once a week. There you go. See, everyone knows about that because it's like a computer. You have to turn off once a week, so that way you can either cool off or whatever. A lot of people say turn off your smartphone or your computer once a week because it's good for the device.
Right? Because I can't ever bring it anywhere with me. Every time I went out, I couldn't even use it because it would die so quickly. I had to get a new phone. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to all of you who on Twitter the other day shared with me your thoughts on phones, okay? I'll be honest with you. It's not that I love Apple. It's that I'm used to Apple. I now have an iPad. I've had this iPhone for several years. I'm used to the interface, iOS. I know how to use it. I understand everything about it. And rather than say, oh, now it's time for me to relearn a whole new phone, a Windows phone or an Android phone, whatever, I said, nah, you know what?
I'm just gonna go Windows phone, you're probably going to have to relearn stuff because it's fucking Windows. Microsoft, for some reason, makes their OS so fucking weird. But an Android's so easy to learn. It's the easiest OS to learn. It's just the only thing that you're going to be learning is how to utilize the customizable features, like, telling where the battery's going to divert the energy to, and all that kind of shit. It's really not that hard, as I said. The Android, that's the thing, Android isn't really that, both phones are pretty easy, but Android there's more to set up than Apple's phone, but whatever.
Was should I get the iPhone 5 SE, which was the same form factor as my old phone, or should I get the iPhone 6S? I chose the iPhone 6S, not the 6S Plus. That thing's too fucking big. Why did I choose it? Well,
why?
Number one,
Why, Phil?
Because the iPhone 5 SE had very similar kind of specs to my old phone.
Doesn't.
Had a way lower resolution camera, a lower resolution screen, and quite honestly,
we're gonna go on a little field trip. I want to make sure that I'm right about this because he keeps saying this, and I really, really don't think it's that different. So let's see here. It has retina display, it has a 4-inch camera. Okay, the same. Okay, it takes less resolution to actually shit. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's fuck that. Okay, now I am an idiot. Shit. Really, that's kind of shitty. Like, why? Okay. Fingerprint scanner. Okay. 500 CD and 2 max. Okay, that's the same. The so far the camera seems to be the only difference. It seems. So for this. Okay. Height, width, depth, weight. 8988. So it has the same processor as the 6S. See, same shit there. So yeah, I guess the only thing I got wrong was the camera. I think the camera is less resolution for whatever reason. I don't get that. I don't know why Apple's like, oh, we're gonna give. Okay. Second generation fingerprint scanner. What that is? Wow. Apple. What the fuck? Why is your SE has such shitty fucking nonsense? Okay, Apple, you are an idiot. You made me look like an idiot almost. So far, the only thing it shares is the fucking processing chip. That's it. That's the only thing it's the same. I don't get this then. I don't get then what was the point? of the SE, just because people wanted the iPhone 5 again. Like, why not just make the iPhone 6s into... I don't... God damn it, Apple. I don't get you anymore. Jesus Christ.
Looked like if I was going to get that phone, all I was really doing was getting almost the same phone with a battery that worked, okay? With this phone, I'm getting improvements. I've got a much larger screen.
But, on the other hand,
much larger.
On the other hand, though, what difference would it make? Because the only reason I wasn't holding a charge for 30 minutes is because it was a 3-year-old phone. The iPhone 6s could possibly, run through that same issue, depending on how he handles it. And also, like, the improvements that he's boasting about is improvements he's never gonna use. I don't know why he wouldn't use the fingerprint scanner. I mean, I fucking use it. I mean, it's at least something. It's not the world's best security system, but it's something. Yeah, I just don't. I don't get like why they're like, oh, that was better camera. Like, I actually recorded some videos on my phone, and they look really good. They look better than, because I used to record videos on my flip camera, which is only standard definition, kind of shitty resolution. But I mean, at least this does like decent. I mean, obviously, it's no fucking camera. Obviously, I mean, I'm not like, oh man, this camera, I'm gonna be making movies with this. No, I mean, this is whatever. And it does better resolution than my iMac camera for some reason. But whatever.
Oh my god, look at it. It's just it's big, right? Much larger screen. By the way, I got a brand new case for it. It's not the OtterBox. I used to have an OtterBox on my phone. This is the Pelican case, which I guess is a competitor that's not as insulated as the OtterBox, but it's lightweight. It feels good. I actually bought a special screen. It's not really a screen protector. I guess it's like a secondary glass screen that goes over the top of this to protect it. And he was even saying at the store, the AT&T store, he's like, if you drop the phone, typically what will happen is the top screen will break, but you could just take it off and your phone will be fine. So that's pretty cool. I didn't have that with the OtterBox.
No way, that's what happens, dude. Like, I have a screen protector on as well. It's a glass one, so it kind of gives the same thing. But yeah, no shit. If you take this off, the screen will be intact. I would never have figured that. I mean, does that mean that if I have it in this case, it's gonna slightly protect it? I mean, this is kind of a thin case. I just got it because I like Zelda. That's really why I got this. I have an other box as well, which is okay. I just kind of didn't want to use that. And also, like, this is kind of thinner, so kind of it's better in that regard, because sometimes you have these big bulking cases. If the phone gets hot, the case will make it hotter. This, I don't think, may not have the same instance, but whatever.
The OtterBox, oh my god, it got smudges, it got hairs and shit in it, it got dirty, it was not good. This looks like it's going to be pretty sweet. I like it after one day of use, but what I'm going to do is use it extended, because I want to see battery life. I want to see when I'm walking around and driving and stuff with this in my pocket, how big of a phone is it, because the primary thing I was reluctant to get.
He didn't see that when he first got it. Like, that's how everyone feels when they see these big phones. And the thing is that once you get it, you can just put it in your pocket and you'll be like, oh wow, look, it fits. I mean, this already fits in your pocket. I mean, the 6 Plus doesn't. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever, but it's a fucking phone. And I like how he's talking about doing a video for it. The 6 has been up for a year, well, basically a year, and now he's doing a video on it. He's like so late to the game. Honestly, if I were him, I would have just waited for the iPhone 7. And then he could have milked those iPhone 7 views. But no, he's going to be doing a review on a phone that has been up for a year, that everyone knows if they want it or not. Because that's the thing, like, that's the one thing with iPhones, and phones in general, is once the new one comes out, there'll be instantly tech reviews out. Already. And he's so late to the game, and honestly, he doesn't know shit about cameras. Do you think he knows anything about phones? I mean, it's like if I did a fucking phone video. Like, I don't know that much shit about phones. I just know, like, which one I like more and preference-wise. And, I know, like, kind of the face value of the phones. Like, I know why people like Android over iOS and vice versa. I get that. I get both sides. I had both phones at one point. So I get that. But, like, I'm not gonna get into, like, the technical specs, because I'm not that invested. I'm not like, well, this has the 8 9 processor, which is really good. Then the Samsung Galaxy 8 has like super duper, like, I don't know this fucking processing specs. I don't know that shit. I ain't gonna talk about that.
This phone was the size. I thought that the size is a little too big. I would like it a little smaller. It's a little big to be a phone. Although now people have these giant fucking phones.
Oh, come
like
on. This
and
isn't
walking
that
like
big to be a
boombox on the side of their
phone.
head. Hello, hello. I don't understand how they like that shit. But the thing is, I'm never gonna watch, like, I'm not gonna watch a high definition fucking movie on this thing. This is just for social media interaction, reading emails, business stuff, a few texts here and there, and for playing a couple games. That's it. It's not a big deal. So
Well,
that's
the
what I
games
went
will
with.
kill your
Thanks
phone
to everyone
pretty
who gave
quickly
me their
because
input and their
so
suggestions.
demanding on
And I'll let everyone know how this
RAM.
goes. How I like the
In my
phone.
opinion, I think
After I actually have some significant time to test it. I've had less than a day at this point, so I'll let you know in the future.
Why?
All right.
Who gives a shit?
Well, that's pretty much it for the week in preview. Nothing else to talk about. I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll join me this week. I mean, Dark Souls 3, Street Fighter, Ratchet and Clank, Star.
Like, just why did he talk about his phone? Like, who gives a shit? Like, he always brags about it. Like that. Okay, guys, I just bought this new game, Hyrule Warriors Legends. It's port from the Wii U. It's really good. I actually enjoyed it. I've been playing it for a while. I just got Linkle. Linkle's dope. I haven't played as her yet, but I bet she's dope. It's great. I basically got this version because Tetra was in it. I mean, Tetra's dope. She was like the best character in Wind Waker, obviously, naturally. It's great. I'm excited. See, I could be random too and talk about random stuff that I bought over the weekend. It's great. Hyrule Warrior Legends. It runs really great on your 3DS if you have the new one. If you have the original one, I heard it runs pretty bad. So if you have the new 3DS, get this game. This game did make me want to get the Wii U version, to be honest. So there you go. That's my little mini review of that. I mean, if DSP could go on a fucking tangent on his phone, I could go on a tangent of a game I bought. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and don't worry. I'm still doing the Almighty Challenge. It's still coming, guys. It's still coming. Thanks for watching this video. Okay. I had something to say. You add it at the end of this. Okay, got it. I got it. Bing, bing, boom. Here we go. If you watched the video this far, come up with a name for this character. Name this character. It's an original character. I made her up. She's new. Give her a name, and I'll find the best name, and I'll use that name and give credit to the person who named her, obviously. And if you're the name that I picked, I will send you a decent 300 DPI resolution of this character, so you can have her on your computer. You can look at her and be like, oh man, I named her. Sweet. So yeah, if you watch it this far, name this character. The best name will get this as their prize. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video, guys.